guys, it's currently 10 to 8 in the morning, almost, and just brought my car to the main dealer. Unfortunately I have to go to Eastbourne, because the one I normally use, which is in Bexhill, is now not a Peugeot dealer anymore, so they won't service it. But anyway, I've come over to Eastbourne because it's having a new air conditioning unit, because I've had no air conditioning for about 6 months. And I've got a courtesy car of some sort, not sure what I have, but at the end of the day, it's something. So I thought I would go up onto the Downs, up on the South Downs, and go for a walk while it's in, and take some photos and everything. I've got the RX10 with me, got the GoPro. So we'll go up there this morning. It's quite a bad morning. Light's quite nice, a little bit cloudy, but that can add to the differences in the, you know, in the photos as well. So rather than just a bright blue sky, you know, a little bit of moody cloud or whatever can look good. But anyway, I'm gonna go and check the car in and see what they give me, either something crap or something nice, one of the two. All right, morning guys. As you can see, I have the car. A little bit of a mistake where they've moved everything over to the other branch, and guess who was missed out? Oh yeah, me. They got the part, but they didn't have the booking for some reason. But anyway, dealt with back on a week or two. Yeah, don't worry, there's some benefits involved. So not really that worried. The car still works fine anyway. It just doesn't have any aircon, so hopefully it's not too hot in the next 2 weeks. But up on the South Downs, so I've just bought the. I thought I'd come up here, bought the car for a bit of a blast. I've stuck on the front of the car, which you'll see. It's a really cool looking view. It's a bit like a computer game view, like real low nose shot out the front, and then also on the back as well. So it should look quite cool as a bit of a drive. And this road's awesome, got nice and twisty as well. So yeah. I've got the RX10 Mark IV with me, so I'm literally going to go for a walk. I think it's quite windy, so I might go back down to Berlin Gap. The police were down there. It looks like they rescued a lady from uncertain circumstances as such, probably up on the cliff, I think. But she was sat down on a lower level, and the police were there, so hopefully she's all right. But yeah, I think I might head back down there because the waves are looking quite cool, so maybe a little bit of slow motion video or something. And go from there. But this is my view of the morning so far. Looks well nice. It's just shame it's windy, so hopefully you could hear what I was saying. But very pretty. The lighthouse in the distance there. So yeah, really cool. Anyway, I'm going to head down the bottom there, basically down to the right of the lighthouse, park up, and then go for a little walk down on the beach, I think. I'll see you there. There we go. Alright, let's go for a walk down the bottom of Beachy Head. The car's hot. Literally gave it a bit of a thrashing down it, and we can tell straight away it's quite windy because my hair's gone special. But hey ho, that's. I just thought I'd do a little video today of the car because, you know, well, I didn't expect to have it, to be honest. I thought it would be in the garage having aircon, so I thought I'd try out the new mount on the front, which does look epic. Which is going to be good for motorbike filming and stuff like that from behind. It keeps it simple and easy. I had a tiny little cable tether which you wrap around the grille and then back onto the screw mounts of the GoPro, and that way if it did fail the sticker or the mount or anything like that, it can't go anywhere, it can just hang. Same as on the back with the suction mount as well. I've got I think it's a 2 metre long tethering cable. I never risk it because even though the GoPro is not that expensive really, you just don't want to try and find it. I mean, if I was coming down here at 60 miles an hour and it flew off, it could go anywhere. So you just don't want to lose them really. Anyway, let's go down here. Right guys, so got the Rx10 with me, ideal camera for the day out really. Haven't really used it enough recently because I've been busy trying to build up the photography business a bit more, so I can actually not really have to work the old job, you know, like I used to have. So I've been spending quite a bit of time obviously with the A1 trying to get the best out of that. But today we're out with the Rx10. So I thought I would do we've got some quite cool waves, so I thought I would do some HFR, which is the slow motion stuff, but also 100 frames per second in HD as well, just so show you the difference. And just some photos really, and probably just walk up the cliff line up towards the other lighthouse, have a good bit of exercise, because I need to do my walks every day if I can, and go from there really. So let's go. This is really cool. This mount I've got here is just like a clip for the GoPro. Actually, I'll take you off and show you. I'll take the GoPro off. If you've got a GoPro, this is absolutely awesome. So it's like a crocodile clip, which is really strong, but it's also magnetic. So I can literally just stick it to a lamppost or whatever when I'm doing stuff, and it gives me a mount of some sort. It's not massively strong magnet, so don't try and put it on the roof of your car or anything like that, but it's enough to let it stick somewhere while you're talking or whatever. So it's really cool. So let's go for a little walk and see what we can find really. Quite noisy down here. The amount of the water noise is quite noisy, but the wind is not so bad. So that's quite cool, where the waves come in and sort of spray everywhere. It's quite cool. So a bit of slow motion of that. Maybe 500 frames per second. So there, it's quite cool. Yeah. So let's change the camera to HFR. Can't see my screen because sunglasses. So I'm already at 500 frames per second. Try and double your frame rate at least. And there we go. Job done, got it. Just now waiting for that wave. Like every 7 or something, isn't it? You get a big one. So walking up the hill and the old rocky rubble path as we go. That's Berlin Gap. So that's where the well, actually, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, that's where they beached the boat right at the beginning of the film. Police are off now, so that's good. I think they sorted out the issue. But yeah, if you look at the beginning, I'll see if I can find a clip of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves back in, what was it, early 90s. Crack on with some walking up a good hill, and go for a wander to the other lighthouse. Back again. I don't know where the wild ponies are. They might be up here still. They were. I don't know. Anyway. That's a good wander. It's amazing how this bit's exposed and how much the chalk is just broken up or whatever. It's mad. And the shingly rocks in there as well. It's a bit of a wasteland, isn't it? I mean, actually I might take a picture of that because it's quite barren looking. It's quite mad. Well, with the sky being a little bit bleached out with the cloud cover, but it worked quite nicely as a bit of a barren shot. The lighthouse in black and white works quite nicely as well, with someone stood on the balcony. And just looking back to Berlin Gap itself, looked very picturesque in colour, so I thought that worked quite nicely. It literally turns upside down. Hey, upside down. I think, do they literally just play games? That's so cool. Imagine being a bird and you can do shit like that, just literally turn upside down. He did it a couple of times, I thought, is he actually doing that? Yep. And dive bombing a little bit. It's so cool. But for fun by the looks of it, not just... So after the crazy bird, I took a few photos. So this one here is quite cool with the sun being just above the lighthouse, worked quite nicely. Moody sky. Looking down the path, the other side of the lighthouse, you can see the other lighthouse in the sea, close up there, just sneaking around the side of the cliff there, which worked quite well, 600mm. And then up on the cliffs there, you can see all the walkers coming down over the top, and then a wide angle view as well. So that really shows the versatility of the camera. Right, there was a big, massive rockfall here, the other side of this stringy fence in the grass. Something like, a guess of 10,000 tons went. This woman's fucking loopy, she's literally gone over the side of the... Stupid people. Morning. Path to nowhere. The path to nowhere.
Yes.
Well, the tide's out now. There we go. So, I just wanted to discreetly make sure she was alright. But she was foreign. She was just taking photos. But still. Many peoples. So this shot here, I turned around and literally a jackdaw flew down, and I just thought I missed it, but actually when you zoom in, it's actually in focus, so it must have locked on just in time and actually got him well in focus. But after that, obviously it went downhill very quickly. Walking down, back down towards the car, but a bit windy. I actually think there's a bit of rain coming, so I might get a bit of a skadoodle on because it feels a little bit damp in the air. It's not raining yet, but out to sea I can't see that far out, so thinking and going by the cloud cover and and the weather forecast says a 57% chance of rain, so that's more than 50-50. So at some point I may get slightly damp, but we shall see. Might stop up at the Beachy Head car park, the top one. There's like a cafe start, well, where I started off actually, with the on the park bench, but they didn't open till 10, so I may go and get a panini or something. I had one there before, it was quite nice. I can hear a plane diving around. I don't know, sounds like possible Spitfire. But where? That's the question. If it's doing a bit of a, I don't know, maybe not. But the Spitfires fly along the coast regularly. So many times I've been up here and there's one flown past doing like an experience thing. So as I carried on down, I snapped a few, well, I tried to snap a few shots in the bushes there of like there's some bees and stuff and things, but the wind was so heavy that the flowers and stuff are moving around so much I kind of gave up. Headed back down, I thought, well, I might as well sit down for 5 minutes and just have a little bit of a rest and just take in the view. Sometimes just taking in what's around you is just a good thing to do to yourself. You know, relax and just take in the scenery. And you can see how fast the wind is. The clouds are just cruising past up in the sky there. And then I carried on walking back down. Lovely day actually, not cold, nice and warm, but quite windy obviously. A little bit annoying with that, but other than that, it was actually a fantastic day. Threatening to rain for quite a bit of it, but it did sort of clear up a bit more and the sun did sort of pop out a bit more. A couple of people sat there on the bench just admiring the view like I was, but I was further back up. A couple of birds, I'm sure people will tell me what they are. Jackdaw, way 600mm f4 shot there, and the previous one as well, and then just one shot to finish off. There was a couple there, and you can see it down on the right hand side. They've got arms in arm, and they're walking along the beach. I just thought it was quite a nice picture in black and white, quite a sort of big crashy waves and everything, and two people just, you know, obviously enjoying each other's company. So that was my morning, and that was me back home after 3 hours basically. Just yeah, shame it was a bit of a wasted trip on the car, but really nice to have a good walk out up over Beachy Head and everything, and yeah, really good. So don't forget to click the subscribe button, little notification bell as well, and I shall see you soon for another video.